Welcome to the first episode of Haunt Talk. Thank you guys for joining us. Basically what this little show is we're going to be going to a whole bunch of different haunted houses. Not sure exactly how many, and we're going to be sitting down and giving them a score of 1 to 10.
We're also going to go in detail, giving the things we like a lot or didn't so much like about the haunted house, along with other fun activities to do at the haunted house.
Right, and when we rate them, we're going to be kind of like judging on a scale that includes things, value, like how much we feel like whatever they charge, if it's worth what they're charging. Because even though it might be good, like a 10-minute haunted house that would charge something like $25 or something like that, that's a lot of money to walk through a 10-minute haunted house. And we're going to be doing production value, the scares, like how, because a lot of haunted houses are very like, they make them look really pretty, but if they don't scare you, at least somewhat, it's not really.
It's more just something, cool scenes to look at.
Yeah.
Which you could go pretty much to a Halloween store and look at.
Right, so that's going to be included. Is there any other factors we're really going to be grading them on? 'Cause those three, the scare factor, production, and
overall value.
Yeah, and overall value.
Yeah.
Also probably like how the actors were. That might be kind of intertwined in production value, but I think the production value kind of goes more for the house. So like how
it has a lot to do with how well the actors stay and see. We've been to haunted houses before where they walk up to us and say boo.
Yeah.
So it has a lot to do with how the actors make you feel in the haunted house also.
Right. Or like there's going to be other people joining us probably for these little forays. And I know like one of them had went to a haunted house one time. They went around a corner and like the door was open, like one of the doors were open, and she saw the guy with his mask up drinking a can of Pepsi. That kind of
it ruins it.
It kind of takes you out of the ambiance of the place you're in.
Right. So the first place we are actually going to this weekend. We try to go every Friday and Saturday, just see as many places as we possibly can.
Right.
The first place we're going to is Cheeseman Fright Farm. It's in Portersville, Pennsylvania, which is closer to the west side of Pennsylvania.
Right. It's one we go to a lot.
For a long time.
Yeah, we've been too long. We usually go there on opening night because they have a thing where you can ride as many times as you want before they close. But we're going to go in more detail to all these haunts. We're just going to briefly talk about them now. So, and then that's Saturday, because this is this weekend.
Saturday we are going to Conneaut Lake Park. I think it's Ghost Lake.
Yeah.
I think now it's 13 levels of fear.
Yeah, it's 13.
It was 8 last year, now it's 13 levels of fear.
12 of those haunted houses, and then they have something called the Ghoster Coaster, which is just, it's the Blue Streak roller coaster is what it's called.
Which it's included in the price of your ticket. You don't have to
you don't
go
have to pay
on
extra for it.
You
never have had to before, and there's nothing listed. So, I mean, that's 12 haunted houses, and I think, what's the price for that one? I think it's $25?
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, on the website it says, to allow at least 2 hours to go through them, so we'll let you know, how much of that is waiting in line and how much of it is actually.
We usually go later in the year, and a large majority of it is waiting in line.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good, though. But.
Yes. The following Friday, we are going to the Factory of Terror in Canton, Ohio, which is located in, I forget the name of the factory. It's in an old, it was a used factory.
Yeah,
we'll closed down.
We'll have more information on it then. Yeah, I mean, this one's usually pretty good. We go to it fairly often. It's been around for a while. It actually had moved from another place into a new location. Both factories, both in Canton, which is kind of cool, but this one's bigger. But
yes. Then, this is a new one for us. We've heard a lot of good things about it, though. The Fright Farm at Rich's Farm in Smithfield, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a further one from us. It's about 2.5 hours away from us, so it'll be a bit of a drive, but hopefully it's worth it.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
We will let you know.
Yes, we will.
Then the following week, I believe this is a Friday? No, maybe this is a Saturday. I think. We're going to Cavern of the Dead. It is in Wampum, Pennsylvania. It's actually, last year was the first time we went. It was really cool.
Yeah, and last year, I believe, was the first year they were open. They haven't really updated the website much, which, if you're like a haunted house, like a little bit of advice that I have, I mean, I've been going to these, update your website. You should do that.
People like to know things.
Yeah.
Like us.
Yeah, I really would like to know things. Like, they did post on their Facebook, though, that it's supposed to be, either 10 times better or bigger. Probably better because it was already fairly lengthy. Yeah. But I mean, it was pretty good last year. It was really unique. For a first year, it was really good. And they had really good hot chocolate. And we'll talk about that more.
Yeah, the location of it was the main thing that made it really interesting.
Damn gotcha.
Yeah. All right. This one, I'm scared.
Which?
Frightmare Forest, located in Youngstown, Ohio.
I had attempted to go to this one last year with someone else because she had gotten sick or something, and we didn't end up going because there was like no one there. There really wasn't any good signs to go there.
That's not the first time either. We tried to go a couple years ago to another place close to that, and there was just tarps and chain link fences.
I don't remember what that's called. That's not open anymore for good reason.
If you want to stay open, you want people to come. Make it look appealing, at least. Make people feel like, oh, I should be here.
Right.
Not, is this the right place?
Yeah, this place seems... They usually keep updated on their Facebook and their website. I'm pretty sure they've updated for this year. And I think it's supposed to be like 45 minutes, and it's only like $7... How much is it?
$8.
$8. So that's not a bad price if it's that long. I don't know if it's going to be good or not, though. Hopefully we'll like it. Hopefully it'll be a pleasant little surprise, because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Another thing I'm scared of for a completely different reason.
Oh.
Wells Township Haunted House, located in Brilliant, Ohio, which is close to Steubenville, I believe?
Yeah.
Around that area, around the Steubenville-ish area.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's not like many haunted houses we've been to.
No, again, we'll get into more detail, but...
they push the bar on things, let's just say that.
The one thing they do that's a lot here in the haunted house is you're not free to just roam around. They tour guide you through there, and it's mainly going from scene to scene, and it's like... oh no, what are they going to do to torture me? Like, the year we were there, they put us, like, on these boards, and they put us on our backs, and they squirted crap in our face. They
strapped us down to these boards, laid us on our backs.
Yeah, and this year they have this thing that really frightens us. It's called the Dinkus 5000 or something like that. It's pretty much this thing you lay in, it's a cage, and they drop you down through a floor, and it looks pretty intense, so we'll let you know how that goes.
Scared and excited.
Yeah. They're intense there. But that's what makes them unique.
Alright, the next place, probably not a good thing, but we're not positive on the name. It's probably located 10 minutes from where we live, so we have to try it out. It's in our backyard.
Yeah, it used to be run by the Browns Backer, which is like a local club group type thing around this area, and they pretty much get together. I think they watch Browns football games and that kind of stuff, and I think they might do charity events. And they were open a few years back, and their haunted hayride kind of gradually went downhill, and then they closed for a little while. Now they're back, and it's like under a different name, and as far as I understand, it's run by a different group of people. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll try to get more information.
It is a hayride, though.
Yeah,
strictly. It's not a haunted house. It is just a haunted hayride.
As far as the signs go. If anything's different, if they dump us off out there,
you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, you'll be the first to know. Yeah, well, after us, because...
if we survive it. One of the places I'm definitely excited about, we've been talking about trying to go for years now, and we're finally going to do it this year. Halloween at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, which, if you know anything at all, you should know what Cedar Point is. It is the record holder on many roller coasters. It's an amazing place. We have been to Cedar Point before. Yes, however, we have not been there for the Halloween. No, we have not. And they have, and it's a really good value, I think, because, they include all the haunted houses in the price, which I think most amusement parks do. They kind of used to charge more, that's bullshit. You shouldn't charge more. Right, you're in this place, why would you? Right, I mean, it's already, if you buy at the gate, it's $45. But now it includes all the haunted houses and the rides, and I mean, you can stay there. I think they're open to 11 to 11 or 11 to midnight, maybe. You get there at 11 in the morning, ride roller coasters till it starts to get dark then. Which is what get your haunted house on. Plan on doing. Yes. Alright, another place we have been going to for a very long time. Fear Forest in Lordstown, Ohio. It is located behind a Dairy Queen. So when you're done, go get some Blizzard and some chicken fingers and... Right, or before. Or before. Well, maybe not before, you might. Yeah, well, if that's a good thing, if there's a long line, you can go get something and eat it, although it might be kind of cold, so eating something cold. Mm-hmm. But, this one's actually, we've been going there, I don't want to say the first year they opened, because maybe not, but close to the very first year at least. About 9 years, so however long they've been open, we've been going about 9 years. Even longer than Cheeseman, and we've been going there a really long time.
But
veterans.
I remember when we first went there, like, they had blow-up tents for Haunted House, and we'll talk about that more. But this place has, like, quite a few different things, and
Yes.
the only bad thing is lately the Hayride's been kind of suffering from the Haunted House and the added trail because, like, they put more actors in that, so hopefully they fix that this year.
Yes. Oh. The Haunted Hoochie.
Haunted
Dead
Hoochie.
Acres Haunted Hoochie in Petoskey, Ohio, which is
I think that's how you say it.
close. I'm not sure about.
It's close to
It's
Columbus.
close to Columbus.
It's like a half hour away, I think.
Yes.
We're not from that area, so
Don't take your kids here.
don't take your kids there.
They even say on their website, if you think to yourself, should I bring my kids here? Don't bring your kids here. No, we're in our 20s and it was a little mature for us.
They swear at you. She got a bruise, right? It was you that got the
Yes.
bruise. Yeah, they grab you so hard. I mean, like
They touch you.
they touch
They
you.
don't care.
The only other place that I've been touched at in this way has been Wells Township.
Yes.
They also touch you at the other one we're going to, Ghost Lake, this weekend. They touch there, but Haunted Hoochie,
It was even
they're intense.
It was a haunted house, so even when you were just walking through and nothing was happening, I was still whimpering the whole time.
Right.
You just feel terrified the entire time, even when nothing is happening.
And the awesome thing is most haunted houses suffer from like sending you in like a big group that really usually sucks, because you see what's happening to people in front of you. But this one kind of revels in the fact they're allowed to do big groups because there's so many people and they're up in the ceilings, they're on the ground. Just no matter where you look, you're being grabbed from the opposite way.
And it almost was having that big of a group. You don't know, like, what's just other people in the group, what's actors.
Right.
There's just everywhere, just chaos and
And this place is known for having one room to cost $1 million or up, and props, and it's just
yeah.
it's like an extravaganza of horribleness, but in the best way possible.
Yes. That is the last one we have listed. However, I believe this year, since when Halloween falls, there is still one more weekend in November.
Right, so we might be doing another one. Yeah. And 'cause some of these might be subject to change. Like due to weather, if like it's raining one night, we can't go to a haunted hayride. We might try to go to a haunted house somewhere else. So we'll let you know if that changes when we do that episode.
There also are a lot of places we are not going this year, but not to mean we don't like them. There are a lot of places that have always been really good.
Ghosts.
Ghost dogs.
Ghost dogs. The one place that we have gone to the last 3 years, I think it's really good. It's South Park, actually, Pennsylvania, I believe, is where it's actually located. 100 Acre Manor.
It's really close to Pittsburgh, so if you don't know where South Park is.
They are a charity haunt, and so they don't make any profit, as far as I'm aware of, for themselves. And the amount of detail and length that is in this haunted house. I mean, they built their own cave system with a frickin' dragon and stuff in it. Just go check it out. I'm sure it's going to be at least worth your time this year.
We've never not enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've never not enjoyed it.
We just want to try a couple new places.
There's been years it's better than years, but I would never put it at anything probably less than an 8, just because, I mean, it's so long, it's definitely worth checking out.
There was another place we didn't go. We've only went 1 year, actually, but I did enjoy it the year we went, was Bloodview. It's another charity haunt in Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's Cuyahoga Falls, which is a suburb of Cleveland.
Yes, that's another one. You're on a trail type thing, and
yeah, it's kind of a mixture of haunted houses and trails.
And it's interesting.
And the cool thing about that is they have themed weekends. They'll have a Black Magic weekend, and it's run by the Legion of Terror, which is kind of this horror improv group. And they're not even allowed to break character while they're there. They have to stay in character, and no one's actually allowed to talk to them that works there because it might break their character. They're that into it. So if you want a good acting experience.
And also, if anybody watches the show Face Off on Sci-Fi, last season, House, he was their lead makeup designer.
Something like that, yeah. David Greathouse or whatever his name was.
Yeah, David Greathouse.
Yeah.
He was one of their makeup artists from Bloodview Haunted House.
So, that, yeah.
Another place that we were thinking about going, but the Fortress of Fear in Garrettsville, Ohio.
Yeah, it's one of those haunted houses that's not detailed, and I think that some of them are, I'm not exactly sure what kind of building you're in, but the walls are metal in some of it, which is horrifying. I think that should be incorporated in more haunted houses, to put metal walls, because all the actors have to do is when you're pitch blackness is bang on one of those metal walls, and you pretty much want to piss yourself, because all of a sudden there's just clashing everywhere around you.
They make you go through the weirdest, like floors that go up like this towards the ceiling,
And
so you're
pitch black.
walking on a slant through darkness to where you have no idea where you're going.
Yeah, and there are actors everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, they don't touch you there. Like, they might brush you, but they don't grab you or anything. But they still manage to scare the crap out of you, and they make you crawl and stuff in one particular part. So, like, if you can't do that, well, maybe you shouldn't be going on houses anyways. If you're, but yeah. We're going to improve the decorations.
Yes, this is our first video.
This is our first video, and there's no real haunted house review that we're doing today. We're going to try to upload them as soon as we can. Obviously, they won't be uploaded the day we go. We're also going to be taking. We're probably going to be doing filming there. I'll use the better camera that we're using right now when we can. If not, we'll probably be using like my iPhone's camera just to videotape there. We're not going to videotape it inside of haunted houses because we're going to be respectful. You're not really allowed to do that. But
right.
As far as I know, you can film outside. Like the Factory of Terror is really awesome. Has really awesome facades, which are inside, or is it facades? I always call them facades, and they can say it wrong. I don't give a shit. But we'll film that to kind of show you that, just to give you an idea of the amazing art direction that these places have going.
Because that is one of the things we say we rate on is
right, the production value.
Production value.
And
how it
Factory of
looks
Terror is always
inside and out.
really good on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not on the scares, but they're still. I'm sure it'll be at least worth going to. They're always pretty good.
Yeah.
Another thing, if you are a haunted house and you want us to come to your place and film behind the scenes or whatever, we will more than happily do that for completely free, and we will cut and edit the video for you, and we will let you do whatever you want with it if you would like us to do that. We are very much into it, and I wouldn't say that we're experts in necessarily setting these things up and that, but we've been to so many haunted houses and been doing it for so many years. We know exactly what we're looking for, and we know what we're talking about when we go.
We're not the 15-year-old girls that scream every time.
Yeah, I do scream a little bit like a bitch, admittedly.
He screams more than I do.
I do scream more than she does. But I also, when I'm going there, I'm not wanting to get out. I'm the person that even though I might be freaked out, I'm so happy when you actually are able to scare me, because many of them, I do scream in ones that are scary, but many of them I'm just kind of it takes, you can be desensitized to it, but that also is good because I'm able to look and see the detail that you've put in your haunted house, and all the work. When we go and we don't just think, oh, it's a creepy haunted house, whatever. We
realize it's a lot of work.
We know it's a lot of work, and we know people that are in this industry. We know the people that some of the people that help do the Factory of Terror, and Sean Norman, who does Wells Township Haunted House. We've actually ghost hunted there because the building is supposedly haunted. The one that really freaks us out. You have a sick mind, Sean Norman. If you see this, the things that you do are dementedly creative.
But we appreciate that.
Congratulations to you.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job on sticking out to us.
I think that pretty much covers it. The only thing I did want to mention is if you are into this industry like us, and if you're watching this video, I assume you are at least a little bit. There's one video that is on Netflix, I believe, and it's called The American Scream. It is a documentary not about professional haunts, but it's about 3 people that they put a tremendous amount of work for just Halloween night.
They're home haunters. Yeah,
for their neighborhood haunt. All these people live in this very close vicinity, and the group of people are interesting. And the one guy's really good, and there's one that's meh, but you should check it out. And the other one, I think, is called, and I'm sorry if I'm wrong, because this really deserves your attention to watch. I think it's called Screamer, The Art of Terror.
Yes.
Something along those lines. You have to see it online. I think it costs $5 at the most to rent. And you can watch on your computer, your iPad, or whatever. I watch on my iPad, but it kind of is a documentary about these people, and it really shows you how much work goes into a haunted house and how it can pretty much destroy your life if you don't know what you're doing, and if you take the risk. Even if you do know what you're doing, you take the risk and it just doesn't pay off. So if you are thinking about getting into this industry, that's also a really good thing to watch. And I think that's probably it.
Yeah. We hope you stick around to watch all our videos.
Yep, because when this is uploaded, we should have one called Save Him uploaded, which has some of the people we'll be going to haunted houses with. It's our first video, so if it's not the best thing you ever saw, oh well, it's for free and you get to watch it.
And make fun of us because we're not the best actors, obviously.
Put a lot of time and effort to it, and I think it turned out fairly good, and for the most part pretty creepy. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. So All right, and I'm Josh, and that's Kim, and we will see you next time.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.